Oh, thank you for resubscribing. Thank you. I finally have another invite. I have 0 invites for season 2, and I am ready to LCQ a bunch. Well, that's getting power word killed. Maybe that was a bit much. I don't know. They could be red-green or they could be mono-green. I think killing the elf in both of those matchups is... Oh, never mind. We're here for something completely different. Maybe they're just elves. Okay. Okay. Any elves enjoyers? I have 1 qualification for season 3. But it'll be 200 in the hole on LCQs. Yeah, actually though, we are just elves. What's up? What's up? My phone died. It just straight up, like, the battery ran out, and it isn't recharging. It's been plugged in for hours, and it will not charge. Pretty easy block. Played against Hammer. Wow, that's rough. It's a lot of Hammer. I didn't think there was that many Hammer players in the room. Push this. LCQs are free low, but they are still expensive, which is definitely unfortunate. I mean, I guess I get like the promos and stuff, but okay. We're just kind of dead. Yep. How'd the shuffler treat you at the open? It was okay. I ended up drawing my last round at X2 so I could just get my invite and move on. I think if I lost, I wouldn't have gotten my invite, so I was just like, whatever. Just take my invite to the RCQ and move on. I think I cut one of the go blanks. I just copied Fournier's list from this weekend. But I guess I didn't cut. I don't really want to play the go blank if I'm the third go blank if I'm being honest. Am I missing something? Isn't this attack like really bad? It's a shapeshifter. Unlucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where meat hook? Imagine. Hello, John. How are you? That kills me. I guess they knew it was there because of the Realm Walker. Makes sense. My weekend was good. It was nice. Montreal is always nice. Oh, a keepable. Yeah, I love Montreal. It is expensive to leave the States. It's expensive to just go international for anything. It's expensive to like go to the States from Canada sometimes too. My phone will not charge. Yeah. That's like, I think that was one of the statements that we made the most when we were there. It was just like, holy shit, everybody in Montreal is so hot. Just like, it's obscene. Like, it's crazy. Like, everywhere. Okay. It was nice to see you too. I'm happy we got to play. That was fun. Playing Magic is sick. I'm gonna power word kill this. My weekend was good. Chatter. How was your weekend? It's funny. Alright. How many power word kills is too many? Probably 5. If I had to guess. I think 5 is it's against the rules. Five's a prime number. 5 is a prime number. It certainly is a prime number. Any primers in chat? Any prime numbers? Anybody have Amazon Prime? Would you play 4 snuff outs in red black if you could? I'm not sure I would. What up, what up, what up? Any funny bits about the new list? We're just really bad against Angels now. Angels are just unwinnable. It's so funny that Snuff Out's just like in the Delver deck now. I thought that was... It's like, okay, nobody wasteland me, please. Yeah, we're gonna lose to Angels. I hate playing any good cards against Angels. It's unwinnable. The Soldiers of God. Yeah. Honestly, it just makes sense that like red black is super weak to the Angels deck, of course, right? We just have to do it for the Bible. Is what I was going to say. Night of Dusk. Night of Dusk Shadows? What is that? I've not thought about this card. I didn't know this card existed. The reason I'm playing 3 Go Blanks is because I copied Fournier's list and changed like a couple cards in the sideboard. Just not the Go Blanks. I would probably cut the 3rd Go Blank. Just no real other reason. Is Angels not a meme deck? I heard Angels couldn't even beat Sparky. Angels is a bit of a meme deck, but Angels is specifically really good against the other like 2 or 3 good decks in the format. So it's people will just play it. I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's consistently very good, at least. So I don't know. People will just definitely play it though. The 2 blue mythics and the white mythic. I don't know specifically which ones you're talking about, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know if I have seen them. Oh, I did see this, yes. The Gauntlet. Mono block list from Edel. In Pioneer, I think playing mono black over red black is a throw. I think this flying 3/5 is cool. Three, 5 for 4 with flying is pretty good. And if you would proliferate twice instead. This card's sweet. I don't know how good it is. It seems not amazing if like your opponent has a Doomblade, but it's cool. You're influencing my community. Too many people are asking me questions about decks that just aren't good. Oh, I did see the quad white mythic also, yeah. That one's also interesting. I did get a haircut and a shave. I only did one of them by myself, though. You'll have to guess which one. Kind of wanted to land. You did not shave my face for me in Montreal. That is not something that happened. What do you think could be done to improve Karuga fires? Good question. I did get a lot of positive interactions. Isn't it an 8-3? It's an 8-3, right? Oh, they did it in the wrong order. They missed a point. Alright, well, hope we draw like an untap land. Cool. We know their last card's Coco. I'm at 15. I can do this for even next turn. Alright, well, your turn. What's your favorite elf? Probably Elvish Archdruid. Maybe a Zuri. It has to be a 3-drop elf. I do think the mythics in this set are good for standard. I think there's a lot of cool cards in this set that are good for standard. But like, I think that can just be like true a lot of the times. I think we're like at a spot where we're like getting powerful cards that aren't breaking a format, which is like good for Magic. Specifically good for standard formats. Plus wedding announcement goes crazy. Let's see what we draw. Alright, I will push here. You can go. Thank you. I grew it myself. Queron Ranger and Wireless Symbiote. I mean, that would be pretty good if they put 2 of the best cards in Elves into Pioneer. If they put that into Modern, it'd probably be pretty good in Modern, too. Whole new person, exactly. Jasper Sentinels guy, working for free. Yeah. I played this card when it was this card a lot when it was in standard. It was actually like really unsuspecting how good it is. I didn't expect like this to be actually powerful as an effect. Huron Ranger is legal in Modern. Is it? It was good because of Magda, right? It was good because just, like, having 3 mana on turn 2 was good. Magda was also, like, a good reason. But I played it in the Showdown of the Scalds deck, which you just, like... You just played a bunch of... like, random 1 and 2 drops, and then Showdown. And it was like, okay, just go to town. Okay. Oh, yeah, Love Struck Beast, too. Even. I guess I might crew this, actually. Lord giveth, Lord taketh away. Seems like cheating. Yeah, I mean, this card just, like, it wouldn't be as good if it didn't give Death Touch, I don't think. It's obviously good, but it wouldn't be as good. Imagine copying Shieldred there. It's like copy Shieldred, they lose 4 in their draw step. That would have been pretty broken. We are going to be in the copy Bankbuster camp this turn. Something that I get asked about a lot that I actually haven't done that much. Is there any other decks? Honestly, no. I think there are other good options, but I don't think there are other decks that I'm considering registering. I think with the amount of like time I've put into this deck, with the amount of format knowledge I have with this deck, I think even if like red-green vehicles or mono-white humans or angels is like a slightly better choice, it kind of like fades away because I'm just like so much more involved with this deck than like other things. I also think like this deck just is, if it's not the best deck, it's one of the best decks, and I think it is a mistake to not play it. Or like this or like 2 other decks in the format. At least for like a pro tour, unless for some reason somebody breaks it. Can you unionize yet? No. That's cheating. I guess I could have drawn a card out on step and then I just drew a card with my regular one. Didn't even attack with it. Missed a card. Gonna have to switch to blue-black proliferate. You got me. Cracker Pack. Is mono green even playable anymore? Yes. It is certainly playable. The Hassan word. What if I hate having agency? May I interest you in a collected company deck? Or, I don't know, what else doesn't? A red-green deck. Tybalt's Trickery, yeah. That's another no agency card. Alright, we're gonna play this. I'm gonna keep this Croxa for now because I would like to make sure Revolt is turned on. I can Thoughtseize next turn because they can't Coco till turn 4 anyways. And I think I would like to keep putting pressure into play. I was thinking about looting this away and pushing plus Thoughtseize now, but if I don't make a play on my turn, I get a 4-4. And I think that 4-4 is pretty important. I can just do this now. Maybe they will Coco on their turn, and if they don't Coco on their turn, I can just, like, kill the creature they play anyways. You have a good idea for a deck with little to no agency. Let's hear it. But the grand illusion that is broken has been shattered. Yeah, I agree with that take on mono green. I think the deck is powerful, and I think it's like one of the best decks in the format, but it is certainly not broken by any words, like any means of the word broken. And I think people don't like to play it. Is one of the reasons why you don't see a lot of people playing it. It's not fun for everyone. Oh, you're supposed to shit on mono white there. I think mono white has agency, at least a little bit. Maybe not as much as like red black, but concept still's there. Just go outside and just haul darts for hours. Yeah, I didn't get to Tybalt trickery my opponent this time again. Honestly, they're just so lucky. You love playing mono green? I mean, I suffer from a very similar syndrome, but with red black. Where very few people love to play red black. But, you know what? Somebody's got to do it. A Fournier brew. Yeah, Fournier made this. He was working really hard to put this together. I made this. Smile. I heard mono white is the best deck. Yeah, that's what I heard on Twitter too. Ever. The best deck ever. Oh, I also heard that Those are my favorite kind of posts. Where it's like, oh, this thing is happening, but I'm not going to tell you what I mean. Okay. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. My weekend was good. How was your weekend? Zero MTG only social life? That sounds fun though. That wasn't that great, but we're still very dead, unfortunately. If we hit untapped land that turn before, I think we're really far ahead. But we are dead. I mean, that was pretty sick. That was a sick thing that I was not expecting. How do we beat angels from this spot? We don't. Huh? According to Goldfish, I think Angels has, from what I've heard, Angels has a good mono white humans matchup. It has a good red green vehicles matchup. And it can beat red black. I think red black's favored, but it can beat red black. And I also hear that it's good against mono green. So like when you have a deck that's good against 3 of the 4 best or most other played decks in the format, like I think people will just gravitate towards it, whether it's actually good or not. I'm not sure it is good. I think it's the best aggro deck in the format right now, but I don't think that means anything really. I think humans is a lot more powerful. I just think humans is a lot worse against a lot of other things in the format. I'm going to play this. I think I need to put this into play so I can attack with it. I need a threat. Although individual games are not close, below in either direction is definitely forgiving to play. Yeah. I can't say that I think it is a deck that I think is going to be like good for a long period of time. I think this is like a flash in the pan, and people are playing it because it's fun or it's a Coco deck. But it's doing something powerful. It just kind of sucks also at the same time, so yeah. Yeah, and random tokens they make. It's kind of just like the worst Wrath in my deck. It is certainly better than Power Word Kill, that's for sure. My Inner Arma studies. I don't know that much about Inner Arma, actually. Alright, my opponent played their land pre-combat, which is good for me. Really nice. Random factors. It'd be nice if this thing happened that is currently happening. We were dead because we drew very poorly. That's unlucky. Maybe I'm supposed to take this. I wasn't expecting to draw a bunch of like really bad removal. How popular would Angels need to be to move off Power Word Kill? It'd have to be. It would have to be more popular than Vehicles and worse of a matchup than Vehicles. Right now, I think it is more popular, but Vehicles is a worse matchup. So. Will I draw land? Second most results on Goldfish, yeah. So, I don't know. I think Angels is a pretty good matchup for Red-Black. I think that game 3 was not a good showing of how the game should play out. I think game 1 was a really good way to show that. And maybe I kept a really loose one on turn, or match 2, or game 2. I think red-green is a lot more problematic for me. Yeah. Right. Okay. We were on the draw. Yeah, okay. 4 cards deep, 2 lands. Yep. Your turn. Whatever. We're gonna lose. Why didn't I draw a land? I wanted to give my mono green opponent a chance. You know, it's nothing. No reason. Just wanted to give him a chance. Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna concede. There's no point. Do 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 ba da ba da ba ba. I will say that like power word kill is also a lot worse without Misery Shadow in my 75. So it's possible that like having 4 power word kill is a bit much still. Still hanging out with Vraska, yeah. Big Vraska guy. There's a fucking comma. Has Vraska taken the least spot in your heart? Never. Absolutely never. $40. I would play 40 Lily on it. What would someone do if they were to look like... I don't know. If they were to look like Vraska. Not a clue. I'm sure there's something in this storyline. That was a really bad storm. So not DM me? No, not DM me. Well, found some lands. They have the Beseju too? Ugh. That is rough. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They can flashback this storm. I think it's better to do this first. Not 100% sure though. Worst storm you've ever seen? I've seen 2 forests. I've seen it's like elf forest. Also wasn't great. Seen everything. They deserve LFL. Ever just, like, your opponent casts Storm, you just look them in the eyes and goes, you deserve LFL. They've completely bricked or just hit 1 forest, right? I mean, it's possible. It's probably happened once. I don't think I've seen it. I've seen oaths that completely miss. Shit, like, probably like 3 Wolf Willow Havens or something. Or like other oaths in Wolf Willow Havens. Doesn't happen often though. It's like very low statistically. Isn't Storm the only non-hit? No, they can't hit other oaths. They have Oath, Wolf Willow Haven, and Storm the Festivals. Oh, you mean for Storm? No, I said Oath. Like, I've seen people miss on Oath of Nissa, not Storm. I mean, I've seen people miss on Storm. Well, miss is like a relative term, I guess, but... Oh, you mean only hit 1 elf? Yeah, I guess they can't really miss on storms then, is what you're saying. Is what you're saying. I get it. I understand. I should have played this first. Because, yeah, now that they do this, they get to draw a card and they don't lose 2 life. This deck is all Japanese. These cards were fake. That's insane. That's insane. Imagine getting DQ'd because they think your cards are fake and they aren't. TCG Con in Houston. Oh, wow, that's insane. That's even more insane. Cheater can win the mocks also. Yeah. Yeah. Magic Online. Haha. That's so crazy that happened, but like whatever, I guess. What can you do? There's no real point to attack with the hive. Is there a point? I don't think there is. Was there? If they double block hive, they go block. Yeah, we just kind of throw away a hive. Probably just do it next turn. Are there precautions in place that prevent steam sniping during the mocks? I think they have a delay. Like, delay is just the easiest thing, right? One year delay. The longest delay ever. Clearly didn't board enough artifacts from the sideboard. Yeah, they weren't playing around Pithing Needle on Karn. This is pretty safe, right? They didn't even let, they didn't, like, what if I just didn't have it? I guess I still just go to 1. Whatever. Okay, well, hope we draw, like, something. I don't think I'm mulliganing this. That is not something. Okay. I will take it, I guess. It is something. That is what I asked for. Something is what I asked for, and this is a something, so. The deck did provide. It did exactly what I said. Discarded a Haven. Havon. Oh, just an attack for 3? You have like 2 storms in your hand? This is crazy. We could have pushed because it's very possible they have a storm in their hand. But I think if I push and I don't commit to the board, I think I'm just like in the same spot where they just are like a land away from storming anyways. And just is like that. It's a good copy pasta. Time you out. I will not. You must sit with that. Do 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 do. Your shuffling algorithm is extremely inefficient. Needs to be fixed. 9 out of 10, you just get flooded or screwed in an arena when saving 5,000 gold to play draft deck. Never see 2 out of thirds of it isn't fun, especially when your deck has draw mech. True. Never thought about it like that. Do you think my opponent will? Hurry up. Oh, thank you for resubscribing. What's your opinion on cutting Trespasser in favor of Ripper Bankbuster on Rakdos mid? Is there any situation this is viable? I mean, there's probably a situation where it's viable. I wouldn't do it, though. I don't think Bankbuster's a better card than Trespasser. I don't know why everybody always wants to cut Trespasser. Trespasser's just really good. Like, why would you want to cut it? Wand. Wand me. They're ghosting if they got wand. You think so? You think they should just get bowed every time? I didn't think about it that much. Crazy. Buffix. Add him to the ghoster list. I don't have a ghoster list. I mean, luckily I drew the second one, so if they're ghosting, they'll see that this isn't that great here. I've gotten bowed unless you show his face up. You need a way to answer Fable without getting swarmed. Yeah, I agree. Which is why, like, I thought even when they grabbed the wand, it wasn't even that good, because I have this. I mean, I had this in hand, but I also have this Croxa looming. Just like, if they grab this and, like, I don't play Shieldred, are they just going to activate here? Then I can do this in a couple turns. Or, like, just keep pressuring. Just, like, takes their whole turn, right? Bowed has to be better in some regard. They could probably kill me over 2 turns or something. I don't know. Yeah. Would have gotten stone though, unless they boarded in, which I normally do. Ah. Would it be better if it gave you a moose instead of an ox? Yes. What do you think made them decide ox? Like, do you think there's, like, this is our favorite creature type? The person who designed it? Like, we just love oxes. Oh, hello, Tyler. How are you? Trash bomb the tokens. Even then, boat seems better. Yeah. They still just don't have enough mana to do all those things, though. I mean, I guess they didn't know I had the push. You're alive? Well, that's good to hear. How was work today? Ox, 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 ox. I can do everything? That's kind of sick. Alright. Attack myself. Just fucked around, accidentally. Nice, dude. We love to hear that. Go blank you. Karn Nicole Bolas. Alright, your turn. This is a combo deck. You're a wizard. Okay. No hits. They don't want to play anymore? Alright. That was a little odd. I agree. Odd enough to be like they could be ghosting. I wasn't sure. Like I said, I didn't think about it that much. I just thought, like, there's probably two options. And they were unsure if it was boat or whatever they were thinking about. I guess wand was fine, but it ended up, like, still just not being very good. Drawing the second shoulder was nice, though. Again. Oh, we're on vehicles. I was like, this is a weird looking mono green deck with Giganta, but in case they were ghosting. Nice one, dumbass. Get fucked, idiot. Alright, depending on what they do this turn depends on what I'll do. I think I want to put this Fable into play as soon as possible. But, I also want to, like, try to keep them off 4 mana. I don't know. I can beat a Chariot. I'm going to play this. I think this is the highest upside based on their range. If they stop the token, that's fine. If they play a Chariot, that's fine. If they... it's a problem if they have boat next turn. It is. Certainly is. The All-Star. Understand what it is. Oh man. I saw some of the deck lists from this weekend from the 2K thing, and it's so crazy, some of those decks. What a wild format. roasting me. We are getting roasted game 1. A lot of them have cut Obliterating Bolt for roast. Don't like big butts at all. All right. Honk honk. Hopefully they don't draw an Akroan War or another boat. And I think we are in a fine spot here. What is the PT? Little under 4 weeks. I love an extra 4/3 blocker. Absolutely love it, especially when it's feet. Feet. Oh, sure. Feet. Does a cat token say token? It does. Extra tokened. Just not a huge fan of this build. Yeah, I agree. I think only having 2 Lovestruck Beasts is odd. They discarded a... Oh, they choose not to use the ability. Alright, well. Either they drew a boat. or they're throwing, because playing Gigant over here over discarding it is certainly wrong. I think the only two cards you want in your deck are Boat or sorry, 1 second. Boat or a Cron War. I think anything else is a throw. We go to 7. Pass. Okay. They're gonna copy Giganta, and then you'll be sorry. You're right. It would get really thick if there was a token anthem. They've conceded. Okay. We have locked them out of the game. Cool. Okay. You're playing with Hizuzu this time around, but as it felt... I played Consumes All before, and it's fine. I cut it a while ago because I wanted a more powerful Wrath, but it's fine. 2 months until our sub baby is born? Cool. I will be ready to celebrate the day. Keep... Let's see what you're working with here. Bottom of the sea. Europe. Standard list for the Naples RC. 2 months? We could do that. Liliana? What would I name a baby? If I were to have a child right now, what would I name it? I don't really know. Chat, if you have kids, what have you named your children? $169 viewers. Nice. Would Inferno Titan be good enough for Pioneer? Dies to power word kill. I'm not sure. Probably be pretty good. Benjamin and Dominic. I'd let them pick their own name. How very progressive of you. What would you... Never mind, actually. I was going to ask chat, what would you name my sub-child? But I've decided that, you know what? It might not be the best idea to let chat decide my, the sub-baby's name. I unfortunately have to push here so I don't get absolutely fucking bonked. Yeah, those are your kids' names. Yeah, that's what I asked the first time. What would you ask? What would you name my children? Will we split somehow? Why does everybody think we're cutting Haunted Ridge? Haunted Ridge is like one of the best lands in the deck. That was crazy. It's like, oh. Every single time it's like, hey, I want to cut all these Haunted Ridges. Why? Why do you want to do that? This card's good. What? There will be some sort of split. It will not be Haunted Ridge. Haunted Ridge is like significantly better than, I don't know, the other fast lands. Like, I don't think we can get away with playing 4 fast lands, for example. I think I already have cut his Springs in this list. The list I'm currently playing. But yeah, Springs, if you have a Springs, like Springs is also bad. Is Bloodcrypt the best land in the deck? For mana reasons, yes. I would say Castle is also up there. As like the most powerful, but like obviously this is one of the better cards in the deck. Does Cliffs replace Springs in Standard? I'm not sure. That I can't really have a amazing spot for to know. Would you say that Blood Crypt's power level is influenced simply because of the castle as well? No. I would say Blood Crypt is just very powerful. Dual lands are just a very powerful thing. It's like one of the reasons why like Underground Sea and Badlands and all that dual lands. Like obviously they're expensive because they're on the reserve list, but they're still just very powerful cards. Currently 8 legal duels in each color pair and standard. I'm sure you can play Panlands and Fastlands. That is, yes, what I assume what will happen. They don't want to put the Shigantha in their hand. I know you have Thoughtseize. We don't have that many creatures in our deck. I cut a lot of them. It's also possible their last card is a Crone War. Well. Sorry, I'm late to the party, boys. I really hate Extinction Event in this matchup. I think it's just so bad. So bad. Fetches are better than dual land, so it's not the reason they're cost so much. True. Let me see your thoughts. I do not think I can beat this Hazrat. Do not think I can beat it at all. Where'd you get the swamp, the basic land station? Yeah, I did. They're free. Got a problem. The 3 worst matchups for red black. Red green, enigmatic, and probably I guess Lotus. It feels absolutely broke. You are crazy. The deck is not that good. It's fine. Karuga? No, I think Karuga's a good matchup. Sacrifice is not a bad matchup. I wouldn't say Sacrifice is good, but it's not 3 of the worst matchups. Which is the question. I also think, like, Karuga Fire, Sacrifice, there's, like, so many things in those decks that are just, like, very beatable. That I think just, like, people think they're good and they're not that bad of a matchup. They're not discarding that roast. How do you beat Enigmatic? You put a lot of pressure into play and you have discard. Realistically, you just don't really beat it, but a lot of decks are moving towards Roast over Obliterating Bolt because Mono Green's going down in popularity and Shouldered's hard to beat. Alright, just like don't draw anything good. is interesting timing. It was a weird little line they made. Okay. We know the last 2 cards in their hand. Kept the roast. Okay. Just mono away. Everything else seems like they don't have 2 or 3 hit pieces. They just can't clock me fast enough. This is a really aggressive attack. Kind of feels like they're just throwing here. This is crazy. They like can't cast the roast here. But they're just dead to Shouldered Crew Bankbuster, so they have to cast the roast. But they're just dead to untapped land. What an insane attack. Holy fuck. Just leave the elf back. Okay. Oh, I run the die roll. Okay. Card's not very good. Why is this card back again? Is it Greasefang? I think Scavenging Ooze has to be one of the worst cards in red-green. I'm just not sure why it's in the deck. Played Stomping Ground. Play Glorybringer instead of Sai Sovereign, and cut Giganta and also play Pack Leader. I think Glorybringer is just a much worse card than Sky Sovereign. I think Glorybringer in the mirror is fine. It just has the problem of being a really expensive 5-drop that kind of sucks everywhere else. So, like, it doesn't kill Shieldred. It doesn't really get under anything very well. It just kind of sucks. If it's not solving a problem, then, like, it's probably not accomplishing enough. And currently, like, I don't know. I think often enough people try to play things to sidestep things, and it doesn't actually solve the problem. It just sidesteps it. And then you fall into this hole of, like, oh, well, it beats it, when in reality it doesn't beat it. It just sidesteps the problem. Boat is definitely just better, and I think Boat is also just, like, clunky. It's just... It's not a card I want to be casting a lot. It gets invalidated very easily. It's a fast clock, but it's really only good in the mirror, and I think there's probably better things that are good for just the mirror. 4 damage is better than 3 damage. You got me there. Or you play, if you were playing a league of 5 mirrors, I'd make sure that I have at least 4 Bank Busters in my deck. I want probably 4 Graveyard Trespassers. If I knew it was 100% going to be mirrors, I would just cut all my Thoughtseizes too. But... I personally have a big issue with, like, 5 drops in the mirror. I find, like, a lot of the mirror revolves around board control. Like, you kind of have to establish who's in control of the game. And if you're trying to play catch-up, like, Sky Sovereign doesn't do that very well. It can do it well, but you have to go to combat, and so you're not blocking, and sometimes you're losing the race, and, like, if your opponent has a Bank Buster on 2, it doesn't matter if you're playing a 5-drop 2-for-1, because, like, your opponent played Ancestral Recall on turn 2. Is Sky Sovereign fine? Yes, but I think in general it kind of sucks. And I think there's, like, much better cards for specifically the mirror, but I don't know. Either Sphere Harvester. I would play 60 lands and I would choose to be on the play. That's funny. What do I think about the Gruul Vehicles matchup? It's not the best. Elk noises. Can I go to 8? We're going to 6. Good morning, Elliot. I'm doing all right, thank you. A little bit better. I hope you're also feeling all right and having a good Monday. Just eating some dinner. Nice. It's important to eat and stay hydrated. This is a 1-1. Okay. Yeah, you can attack. Alright. Why not crew with the pilot? Yeah. That's why. I think we're still in danger here. Yeah, I'm still just dead. I need to draw shouldered a lot earlier. They got to a point where they could just start pushing damage and nothing mattered anymore. I guess drawing that card that one turn was pretty bad. I'm just dead. Alright, if I was at 9, I could block here. Take 8. Yeah, I'm not winning that game. Unlucky, really? It's possible I'm supposed to double block not with the pilot. I'm supposed to crew with the pilot, because then they would only kill one of my creatures, and I would be left with pilot plus land. Instead of nothing. That was probably incorrect. Like, having to animate the land when I could have gone block. Yeah, I was supposed to crew with the pilot and block with the land. That was silly. I guess I got a little too cute. Just a silly play. Just a little oopsie poopsie, if you will. This is unlucky. I think Scavenging Ooze is awful in this matchup, but we are getting absolutely sewered either way. This card's just so bad to like all of my removal, but maybe they just don't have better 2-drops. I don't know. Did you answer already? What do you think about Ongroth's Rampage? I think if that is ever a card that is playable, there's usually significantly much better options. I don't know why you'd ever play Ongroth's Rampage over like a different removal spell at any given time, really. I have seen the Angry Minotaur in it, yes. That I have seen. Definitely ran a little cold. My opponent drew very, very well. That was unfortunate. They ripped the 5th land. We didn't have a swamp to leave, like... Maybe I was supposed to discard this. Keep this. I'd be at 3, but I'd be at +3, so I'd be at 8. Could have played this. I'd have to block here anyways. I could untap, play this. Take 5, go to 3. I don't know. It's definitely a little cold. Game 1, I made a mistake.